Hello, everyone. Welcome to Gino's Comic to Comic podcast. Tonight, we're going to start something we're going to do something a little different than our usual intro, and that is because Pittsburgh, this past week, actually it was last Friday, lost a legend when Howie D. Mack passed away. Howie was a friend of mine. We did a bunch of shows together. If you never saw Howie do stand up, you missed out. You might want to look that up. I'll just say this about Howie. I met Howie the first time we were in a contest at the Improv together in the first round, and we both made it through. And we were on the stage. He was standing right in front of me for the group picture, and he turned around and he said, "Hey, Gino, right?" And I said, "Yeah, Howie," and that was it. And then the next round, he did his set, and then he was sitting right in front of the stage with his family watching when I was on. And he started signaling me near the end of the set, and I couldn't figure out what he was trying to tell me. And then finally I ended my set, and when I came down the ramp, he was waiting for me, and I said, "Dude, what was that all about?" And he goes, "You were getting real close to going over, and I didn't want to see you get disqualified, so I was trying to let you know to wrap it up." Now, if you know anything about the Pittsburgh comedy scene, that contest is a big deal. And almost everyone else in that round probably would have liked to see me get disqualified and would have let me just go over. But that's the kind of guy he was, that he was willing to take the chance to help me, and he didn't really even know me. So, man, it sucks, but I know he's in a better place.
Welcome, guys. Gino's Comic to Comic podcast. And here's our man, Gino.
Hey, everybody. All right, so we're going to have to try and get this thing back up now after that intro. And knowing Howie the way I did, he would want us to put this show on, and he'd say, "You better make those motherfuckers laugh." So that's what we're going to do. So the very first thing we're going to do is bring in the world's greatest motherfucking co-host, Bubby.
What's up?
What's up, Bob?
Not too much,
So
bud.
Bobby and I have an apology to make to all of our viewers and listeners,
Yes.
and to our guest, and we'll apologize to her as soon as we bring her on in a second. But this episode was actually supposed to take place last Wednesday. However, it did not, because the two of us, like the geniuses that we are, got our second COVID shots the day before we were supposed to do this podcast. And we both felt like, fuck.
Shit.
So it was bad. So the funny thing is, I was telling Bubby that last Tuesday I got my my permit to carry a firearm, and I got my second COVID shot on the same day. So now I can rub up on anybody I want to, and I can't give them COVID, and if they don't like it, I can just fucking shoot them. So it worked out really good as far as that goes. So, Bobby, you feeling better now?
I am. It was tough here for a minute. I was scared.
I felt like
"Holy
death warmed
shit."
over. People are going like, "Why would you take a shot that makes you sick? Because it's better than dying."
Yes.
It's just my thought. I don't know.
But I'm telling you, man.
But there was a moment there where I thought I probably would have rather just died than have
Son of
that
a
shit,
bitch,
because
dude.
it
It
was terrible.
Somebody-
All right, so now that we've apologized for that, the next thing we're going to do is now we've given Bubby his own segment because he kept complaining that he didn't have enough to do. But I said, "How are you at telling jokes?" And he goes, "Terrible." I go, "Great."
Horrible.
So we've put them word for word on a teleprompter
I'll
for
still
Bubby.
screw it up.
So, yeah, so if he fucks this up, it's on Bubby, not on me. All right.
still screw it
So
up.
with nothing else, Bubby is now going to give you our stupid joke of the week.
All right, guys. You guys ready? This is a good one. All right, bartender, what can I get you? The blonde says, "Can I try a beer?" The bartender says, "And Anheuser-Busch?" The blonde says, "Fine, thanks. How's your dick?" See, that's a good one.
That's a good one. I like that.
That's a good one.
Oh my God! So I had another one I was going to give him, but I knew that he wouldn't be able to
no.
pull it off. So you're going to get a bonus joke now. By the way, these stupid jokes are not mine. If you haven't watched this podcast, you don't know how this works. You could get the podcast on my comedy page, Gino at Gino Comedy, and you can actually see the video. And every day I post, it's called Stupid Joke of the Day. And these are just dumb jokes that people send me, and I give them credit for whoever sent me. So if you have a dumb joke, just message me on my comedy page, and if I like it, I'll use it, and I'll give you credit for it. So now what we've decided to do is the best joke of the past week. I'll pick one out, and then Bobby's going to read it. But this next one, I didn't know that he could pull this one off, so I'm going to do it. So lady goes to the tattoo parlor, and she says to the tattoo artist, do you have a problem putting a tattoo on my pussy? And the tattoo artist says, no, but you do know I have to numb it first, right? She goes, yeah, no problem. He goes, num, 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 num.
Stupid, but great.
I knew he couldn't pull that one off.
No, I wouldn't. I would screwed that up.
No. So, all right. So the next thing we have to do, we've been waiting for this for a while, and Bubby got so excited because he's heard so many things
I've
about
heard
her.
great things about this lady.
And I told him some lies, some truth, but mostly truth.
Oh, boy,
So,
I wonder what the lies
our-
are.
With not the further, let's bring in our guest. She's a fantastic stand-up comedian who I've done a bunch of stuff with. And in fact, her and I are going to be doing a show together real soon. With nothing further, we give you Lillian Cannon.
Hello, gentlemen. How's everybody?
Good, Lillian. How you
That's
doing?
good. That's good. I know last week I was quite okay when you text because y'all had the cooties. So
We did.
I was good.
We did.
Yes, we did. It was terrible. So now, how are you about this whole, let me ask you if you agree with me on this. So
Okay.
I was saying that, we pretty soon we won't have to wear the mask anymore.
Right.
And I have noticed that almost every workplace has possibly 2 to 3 people that should probably keep wearing the fucking mask. And so I think that we should be allowed to just pick those couple people out and go, look, tell everybody you haven't been vaccinated and leave them out because you're way hotter with the mask on. than with the mask off.
Listen. Some of these folks, I want to keep my mask on so I can keep my expressions behind my mask. I talk with my face, and man, good thing I can fight because I talk with my face. And some of these folks, I be looking at them cock-eyed, stupid, like, "What? Are you serious?" Like, what? So listen, I almost had a whole meltdown. I walked in Walmart last night up in Robinson, and quite a few people didn't have on a mask. Why? I haven't been home since the news. I work. So, okay, working people had not yet saw the news. So I walked in. I was like, yo, my brother was like, what are you doing? I was like, they ain't got no mask on. He was like, you don't have to have a mask on. I was like, oh. He said, the governor. I said, that damn governor. That needed to be an alert. You know how you get them alerts on your phone, flash flood warning. You needed to give me a mask. Don't have to be worn in Walmart warning. My phone should have went off.
Yeah, I like
Right
that.
about that.
Like I think when the CDC and the governor keep changing the rules, like your phone should it should tell you. Cause I wasn't set up. I was ready to fight. I had my shorts and tennis shoes on. I was ready to roll. Like, got no mask on. So
They were first. Walmart and Target were first, and then Giant Eagle just followed suit.
Right, but one thing I noticed since the whole people don't cough in public. During the pandemic, there's no coughing in public. You could get beat down for coughing in public.
It's like,
yeah.
So I want to see how fast coughing in public for these ignorant people come back.
They'll come right back.
Just gonna cough in public because you almost smell your own breath in that mask when you cough and it come back at you. Like that's ridiculous.
That's true.
People weren't sneezing in public. They weren't coughing in public. None of that.
Yeah, you're right, because they didn't want to go right back in.
See, my thing is, I kind of like the mask because I find out that if I pull the hat down low and the mask up high, I'm kind of hot. So I was thinking about, I was just thinking about leaving it on.
Are you going to leave it on the whole time? Or
Well,
It'll be getting like banged by Lone Ranger and shit.
that might be pretty exciting for some folks. take some of that into consideration. Like,
that way I won't be drooling or spitting all over him. That'd be good.
Might catch a little bit of the sweat if you're really in there.
I mean, I prefer to be on the bottom anyway because I'm lazy, but still.
Well, you ain't messing with no fat chick because we can't be up there long. You can cancel that. Like Bruno Mars, 5 minutes of funk. That's all you gonna get.
That's all. 5 minutes.
That's it.
Baby, I give you the best minute and a half of your life. That's it.
Well, I was talking about big girls on top. That's it.
Yeah, I ain't making no 5
Speaking
minutes.
from experience. That's why I need one of them skinny dudes that's just like a fat chick, because, messing with these dudes as big as me, I'm like, we got problem. We got to learn how to make love sideways, because you got to lay on your side, and I got to lay on my side, so move your tits to the left, I'll move mine to the right. But yeah, we ain't, we not, Big girls ain't going to be up there long, so if you looking for some cushion, you're going to have to get your top game back on board.
And be like,
yeah, something. Yeah, something.
No
Give you a little oxygen tank, something.
I need one of those anyway.
Little pads for your knees. I'll hook you up. I'll make sure all the supplies are there.
That's what I need, because I forget shit. We'll go in there. I'll go, what were we doing again? I'm like, I can't remember 5 minutes ago.
Because when I get down, I'll be like, you hungry? I got you.
I'm always starving.
You hungry? Yeah.
I love her already.
We already had the hot dog discussion.
We were talking about real hot dogs, not the sucking dick.
Well, you could,
maybe.
Whoever's listening, take it how you want.
Yeah, that's right. Is that a foot long and then some? Oh my God. All right, so I don't know if you're aware, but we have a segment on here. It is our 5-question segment.
I am not aware of anything on this podcast.
Well,
Do you hear me?
I came in here
blinded.
That's why she said agreed
So,
to do it. I wonder why she was willing to do it.
Well, no, you asked me before, and it's been a couple of months because I was busy.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So when you asked, I'm like, okay. And I really should have said no today because I'm sleepy, and I'm leaving tomorrow, and I'm sleepy. So I really should be taking a nap right now.
Leaving, like, vacation? Or?
Yes, I am leaving on vacation. Do not worry, folks. My home will not be empty, so please don't rob me. Someone will be there. But, I'm going down to visit my girlfriend in Alabama for a couple of days.
Nice.
So, I hope no ridiculous idiot gets on the plane. I'm not wearing no mask. I'm going to slap a duct tape on their face. Sit down. Trying to get out of town. I ain't been on a plane in a year and a half.
Right.
Sit down somewhere.
Oh, man, I'd love to go down there. I've always wanted to go there.
So, I'm going down there.
Go in her overhead compartment.
Yeah, you can sneak me in.
I'm going to have big girl, hot girl summer. I don't even know if them two go together, but I'm going to get it to start my summer off right.
There you go.
I love it.
So what we do is we ask
Let me get my
5
mind together.
questions. Yeah, and these
All
are
right.
the important topics, the
Okay.
world-changing kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Would they happen to be these 5 questions I'm staring at the screen on?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah, okay.
And-
These are world-changing
And
questions.
they
Here we go.
They are world-changing, and this could determine your future as whether you can or cannot run for president after this.
Okay, I don't want to run for president because you can't
You'll
beat
be
people up.
okay. No. Well, you should be allowed.
So many people need slapped in the White
I'm
House.
with you on that.
So I can't slap.
She wasn't here last week. I had an idea last week, or 2 weeks ago, the last podcast, that you should be allowed, like once every 5 years maybe, to just kill a moron, and you just call 1-800-GOT-MORON, and you don't even tell them your name or not. You just tell them, hey, 5th and Main, black hefty bag, and you just leave them on the sidewalk, and they just come pick them up, and they don't ask nothing, and it would cleanse the hurt a little, and then no more. It wouldn't be more than like 5-10 years when you could pull up to a 4-way intersection. It wouldn't take 20 goddamn minutes. Where everybody goes, you go, no, it's my turn.
Listen, I don't want to kill nobody because, I'm still trying to get into heaven. So I don't want to kill nobody. But I do have a very strong attitude toward people. I can't stomach stupidity. I don't know when it happened. I don't know when I turned 45, 50. I don't know. But I can't tolerate stupidity. I can't. You cannot be that dumb and still be breathing. Like there's no possible way you can function. There's just no way. And some people might think I'm dumb and stupid, but I'm like, there's no possible way you can possibly have functioned this long on the earth with that attitude.
I'm with you. I'm with you. All right.
All right, let's get to these questions. Let me get my mind
that could
together.
Change the world.
Okay.
is Curly fries or regular fries?
Regular fries.
I'm with you on that one.
Now. Oh, do you want these defined as to why I'm
No,
answering this
that's
way?
the
Oh.
important part.
Oh, that's the
Absolutely.
purpose.
Yeah.
Curly fries are just hard to dip in the ranch.
Exactly.
Right.
Because you have to
Yeah.
break them up anyway and make them half moon circles.
Yes.
So you might as well just eat the straight fries. And I need fresh cut straight fries.
I'm with you.
I'm with you. That's
Just
the
a
best.
potato patch. It can't
Yeah.
even.
Yeah.
Eating is what I do. So when you ask me about food, these answers are going to be real specific.
That's why you and I,
I know
get
all
along
about
so
some
well.
food.
Oh.
That's why we sit together
I'm
at
fat.
shows, because her and I are the same
yes,
on this.
I am fat on purpose. So for all of those trying about, oh, she need to lose some weight, there's the dumb and the stupid.
Not gonna happen, huh?
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. It's not. I tried it. It's not gonna happen. Me and that 30 pounds missed each other so much. I went and found 30 and 15 of his friends. We all got rejoined. Went to a buffet. We straight. Everybody like everybody.
That's something like to lose some weight. There's sacrifices I'm just not willing to make.
Well, on top, just me alone. My clothes. Giving my clothes away for the person that decided to stay fat because I wanted to go thin. No, we're not going to do it. And for all of you health nuts out there to say, but your health. There are skinny people in coffins too. How about that?
She's not wrong. She's not wrong.
How about that?
Oh, jeez. All right, so
All right,
the
next
second
question.
is, do you prefer a man that drives a car or a truck?
I prefer a man that works, so I don't really give a
Just
what
as
he
long as
driving.
he's driving something.
Now, but there is a clause. You can't be driving a car and truck you don't fit in. When I get in your car, we cannot touch shoulders. You can't be big and I'm big and we in a Passat. Nope, that's not gonna work. When me and my husband got married back in 96, well, when I got married, I said that like I'm still married. I'm not still married. Let me.
I thought, wait,
No, wait, back
I
up.
missed something.
Yeah, back up. When I got married in 1995, let's back that up. I was driving a Mercury Tracer, and me and my husband looked like two elephants stuffed in a clown car when we rode in there, shoulder to shoulder. You couldn't even see our kid in the back when we was in that car. Like, if you looked through the front window, you couldn't even tell there was a baby in the back in the car seat. We took up the whole space of the front of that car. And I vowed I cannot ever drive a car this little again. Like, it was cool when I was single, when nobody in the car but me. I'm rolling. I said, oh, we can't do this again. Nope. I went SUV, and I just got a car, and I'm missing my SUV horribly. Horribly, I'm missing my SUV.
What kind of car did you get?
A Cadillac.
Oh.
Oh, big time.
All middle-aged black women drive Cadillacs, right?
I think so. Is that true?
I don't know, but all first ladies do. That's all my nephew keeps calling me, is the first lady of the church. Either that or I'm the lead funeral car. I don't know. Either one. But I miss my SUV. My car rides nice. It sits pretty. But I miss seeing up over top of people, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I either got to find a man that got an SUV or figure out another note.
I do have to tell you that I drive a Chevy Trax, and I don't think it'll work.
No.
Yeah, Gino, we can't fit in there together, man.
I don't even know why I got the damn thing. I don't even like it. Like, I mean, it's great in the snow, but
It
it's
is.
just too,
Mine is too.
It's too small.
I got a Trax.
Yeah, I should have gone with the Equinox or something a little bigger.
I like the Trax, dude. And then 33
Listen.
miles per gallon.
As long as you driving, well, he just said he didn't like his car. What you like? But I can't sit in there. Don't offer me a ride. I'm good. I'll call Uber.
I'll come get you in my Ford Transit van. It's a 15-passenger van. We can fit in that motherfucker.
Listen, let me tell you
Take
something.
the seats out.
You want more than fitting, dude. He
Listen.
don't go nowhere with this somebody. Lillian,
Don't go nowhere with him?
No, I'm telling you, don't
Listen, as long as I'm comfortable, I'm fine. But no, we ain't getting no tracks. And I see the last question, and then that's going to revert back to that last, if that's what I
don't
think
jump
it is.
ahead. Pencils
Yeah, I'm not
down.
going to jump ahead. But
Pencils down, no jumping ahead.
listen.
The reason it's last.
Yes, listen.
I can't wait to hear this story.
Listen. This story right here.
Yeah,
I
don't jump though.
Should have
We're
told
gonna
my
stay
brother to tune in because he'd have been like, yep, that's how it happened.
You didn't tell him to. All right, fine. You're supposed to tell everybody to tune in.
Huh? Tell my brother to tune in? Nah, I don't know. I don't even know what he's doing. Who knows what he's doing?
That's all right. It'll still be up there. You can watch it whenever you want.
I'll be like, watch the podcast, man. He just keeps saying, just call me when you make some money.
Hey, you never know.
I said, listen, all it takes is one person to hear that one joke, and you on your way.
That's right.
You on your way.
That's
That's all it really takes. Little Colonel Sanders didn't become a millionaire till he was in his mid-60s, and he frying chicken. There's hope.
Why did you have to say that? Now I
Now
want
you
to go
hungry.
stop at KFC on the way home.
I'm gonna need to fry you some real chicken, so you're
yeah,
craving that
Dude.
KFC. You won't be craving
Can I be
it.
the third wheel? Can I come and go over for the third? I want some of that fried chicken.
Absolutely.
Down.
I love to cook.
Oh.
I love to cook. I love to eat. So I love to cook.
Yeah, I'm
It's
with you
just
on
now that I can afford to go out and eat a little more than before when the kids was younger and I had to cook. So
I hear that.
Damn, that sounds good. Damn you, Lillian.
listen, fry up some chicken, get some French fries.
Mm-hmm.
Loke No Joke posted, that was about a week ago, that he goes, I'm tired of eating the same stuff all the time. I never eat nothing good. And I commented on her, you need to hang out with me, motherfucker.
I know where all the restaurants is at.
Oh, I like to cook, and I know where all the good restaurants are, so we'll do one or the other. I don't care which. It's all good.
I'm going to be looking for somewhere to eat when I leave here. I can tell you that.
I think I will be too now.
Uh-oh. Looks like
Listen,
you guys,
Yeah,
listen.
there's a KFC on the way home.
Oh, I know. I was just going to say chicken sounds good. Damn.
Nah, I ain't stopping at no KFC.
I ordered, Uber Eats sends me these friggin' deals all the time, and you could pick them up too, or you can have them delivered for free. But
Nope, you
like
can't
half
deliver
off.
my food unless it is sealed in a pressure point container that can only be opened with my thumbprint. You are
Retina scan.
nope, not gonna do it.
It
Nope.
is you, Lillian.
You
When
driving
open
my
it-
food to me and you hungry, something's gonna be missing. You gonna be in that bag.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
hell
I
no.
did that one. I did
Oh.
Uber Eats one time. I delivered for them one time, and it was from that barbecue place on the south side. And I pull up, and the guy's standing there waiting, and he leans in the window. I go, "You have no idea how lucky you are. You got this." He goes, "What are you talking about?" I go, "Smell that." I go, "I've been driving for 5 minutes with that thing in the car." I go, the whole time I was thinking, I wonder how mad he'd be if I just ate it and gave him the money when I got there.
Man. See, that's what
mad
I'm
at
talking
him.
about.
Thought
I'll
about,
tell you
I
that right
really
now.
considered it
You
because
need to take a butt whooping over
Oh.
some.
Yeah, buddy.
It might have been worth it because it was. I don't think he could have taken me anyway, but it was good.
Well, he couldn't have taken you if you could have just threw the money out the window.
Yeah.
They kept driving.
Toss that shit and gone.
Waved my permit to carry at him.
Okay, so you got a permit to carry. Do you have a gun?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. As long well, you know, a lot of people got permits to carry and
And they got,
ain't got no
right.
gun.
Yeah. See,
I
and
got
a lot
lots
of
of
people
guns.
have guns that don't have permit to carry. I got both. So you probably didn't see. I posted on Facebook. I had a picture of. I have a Guardian alarm system on my house, and I said I'm changing signs, and I hand wrote a new sign that said "House protected by Pitbull, Gun, and Crazy Man." And
That pretty
he
much
said
works.
that one's way bigger deterrent than the Guardian.
Yes. Absolutely.
Because the pit bull will bite you right in the nuts right about the time of shooting you in the head.
Yes.
So it'll be good.
Take a 9mm to the chest.
If they come in,
Yeah.
I'm killing them too. I mean, I'm not like letting you go back out.
There is no You don't want to nick nobody. They come through the door. You
probably
did
go
that shit
kill
What'd
their
you say? Won't
family.
be no wounding and going to court with you
Then we
too?
go
No.
kill their
Okay, I'm
family
just-
too, just to make sure no retribution or nothing.
No wounding. I don't want no chance of you grabbing something or anything. I'm shooting your ass.
Oh, they
dead.
sue you if you wound them. Just kill
Yeah,
them.
just kill 'em.
Yeah. So I say if you hit somebody in your car, just back up over them again. It's a lot less paperwork. We're kidding, kinda. Okay.
I was getting ready to say I'm in the room and I ain't feeling no kidding. I'm like
Sort of.
sort of kinda. I'm like
little sort of maybe kinda,
no.
sort of killing.
See, now,
I'll be saying in court that I was kidding when they try to use this against me.
Yeah.
we have you
You
on.
said this.
We have you on film saying you're. No, I was kidding around. It was Bubby's fault.
My fault.
All right, so
blame Bubby.
the next question is, what is your favorite show that you've done?
Oh, favorite show that I done. Okay, see, I
Uh-huh.
read that wrong. I thought it was like favorite show to. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be a little selfish about this. So in 2013, I produced and sponsored a show called Doing It Afraid. So I had various artists, but I was the headliner. It was my show. We had different talent events and everything. But what made it my most favorite show is that I had the ability to give away 50 tickets. And it got covered by a sponsor. Said, give it to whoever you want. And I took them to a women's shelter. And I took them and I said, give them. Just let them come. And she said, well, man, we won't have anybody to watch the kids. So I didn't pay for it. I mentioned it. And somebody took over to help watch these kids. So these mothers could come to the show. That was my favorite show because they all sat in one section. And they enjoyed the entire show. Like, there was not one part about that show I didn't see them ladies laughing and enjoying themselves. And for whatever reason they ended up in women's shelter, that's none of my business. That's neither here nor there. But I had the opportunity to watch them laugh for one night and not be worried about their kids. So that was my favorite show.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
I made no money. Zilch. Every dime I had, I put back into the show. But it was my most favorite show. And that's part of the show for me, just watching people laugh. That's it. And I know that sounds so simplistic and so, that's generic. But that's it. I do comedy to watch people laugh. And my main group is, when I started, because, of course, you know, Gino knows for sure, I keep it real, but I keep it clean so that I can go into houses of religion and I can go in and do senior citizens and whatever. And not that they don't like cussing, but I just keep it clean. And that allows me to go in places and it allows me to catch people off guard because people don't like comedians. For what we ain't real liked. So when you go in and there's some scrooged up face saying, I haven't laughed in 15 years, but I laughed at you tonight. That's what makes you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, me anyway. I can't speak for nobody else. So, but there's a disclosure with that. I will cuss you out. I didn't say I didn't know how to cuss. I just said as a comedian, I keep it clean and I keep it real. See, people, when I start off with that and I say, oh, she clean, she must not cuss. Don't do it. Still at 52, I tell people I look like my mama, but I act like my daddy.
Me and Chiba whoop that ass.
Listen, I'll even take on a fight and I think I'm going to lose. I'll still take on the fight.
Oh.
So that was my favorite show, just to see those folks. But, you know, I've done so many shows since then. That was 2013. I've done so many shows. I mean, and next to that, you know, my most favorite shows is the ones when I get paid on time. That's good.
Yes.
Those are my most favorite shows.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
Because my contract says pay me immediately after I perform. When I got to wait around for a half hour and find the
hate
person
that.
in charge, me
Yes.
and Gino just witnessed that.
Oh,
So,
my
you know,
God.
we got to stand
I
around.
was ready to kill somebody.
Listen, I was ready to fight the dude for you.
Yeah, because
Wow, really?
He got paid, not in.
Oh.
I
He-
went.
I went over and
Yes.
said, I said, hey, thanks for coming, and I thought he'd like hand me some money, and he didn't. And
I
I
came
said, I
back
come
up.
over, and I said, did you get paid? She goes, yeah. I go, motherfucker.
I said, Gino, you ain't get paid.
And she
I
goes,
took-
well, did you ask him?
I said, I
what
took
the fuck
over-
I gotta
yeah.
ask him for?
And that is how he said it. I said, well, he ain't. I took over like Mama Bear. I was.
Oh.
I was, go over there and
I said, what's going on? I said, you not going to pay him? And he was like, oh, well, I said, no, dude, you can't do that. Everybody get paid. I said, you either take my money, split it between the two of us, but everybody going to get paid.
Well, he told me I was getting paid.
He told all of us.
Yeah, to go. But
so, I mean, he pulled me to.
Dude, I like the guy.
Yeah, he pulled me to
I
the
don't know
side.
what
He
that
was
all
like,
about.
can I cash app you the rest and pay him? I said, yeah, But you going to make sure Gino's paid, right? Yeah, I'm paying him. I'm like, all right. He did cash app me, so I want people to know I did get paid.
Oh, cool.
Did get paid, so yeah, you didn't know that. Yeah, I did get paid. Yeah,
I didn't know what that whole thing was about.
Wow.
Thank you very much. I appreciate.
Well, I just think for that show, they just didn't make the money they were expecting to make.
Well,
so
then you don't make
exactly,
promises, yeah.
exactly. He made promises
Well,
to pay,
he
and
might
it
be
just
new to the game too. Like I
Right.
said, he seemed like a really cool guy, and I've talked to him since
Now, where was that at?
down in New Kent.
New Ken. Yeah,
New
we were
Ken.
in New Ken. I was very afraid, but yeah, we were in New Ken.
So funny. She was afraid and I wasn't at all. In fact, I'm going back. I'm back down there. It's the 5th, June, the first Saturday in June. They're having some kind of contest that Dawn Arner's the host of.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to be in
okay.
the contest.
Nice.
But what's nice about that, you can say whatever. By the way, she may be clean, but I am not. So don't get this confused. If you come see me and you think that I'm like her, you're dead wrong. All right? I'm not saying I'm like filthy, but I talk about some dirty shit, and it's really hard to stay clean. I mean, when you're talking about how you want to fuck Betty White, it's really hard to do it clean. or you want to own a sex robot. How do you talk about having
I've
sex
heard
with a
that
sex
joke.
robot?
Yeah, I've heard that one. I've been around for that one.
You can't talk about wanting to have sex with a sex robot clean. It's really tough. And so, and like I've explained to people before, that's my experience. Like I'm a single guy and I do a lot of internet dating. So that's what's going on in my life. Like if I was like Aaron Kleiber, to me is hilarious. And he's basically clean because he's married and has 3 young children. So the material writes itself. And so
got that right.
that's what's going on with him. So that's clean and that's cool. But that's not what's going on with me.
Yeah.
I'm a single dude having sex with different people, and weird shit happens. And I got to talk about this shit because I mean, it's funny shit, but it's not clean. So that's where we're at with that.
No comment from the black lady in the room. No comment. No, we're not gonna do that.
Dude, that's right. She doesn't know that you love black ladies.
I know.
Oh, okay.
She knows.
Oh.
Everybody knows.
Oh,
Everybody
okay.
knows
All
that.
right,
Oh,
all
yeah,
right.
I know.
I thought you didn't know. I'm like,
Oh
okay.
no.
I did
He
that
makes that quite
right
clear
out of the gate.
Yeah.
that he
That
wants
show-
some
Yeah.
blackness in his life.
That show I
Dark
just
meat.
did
You like
with
the dark
Janelle.
meat. Ain't
I
nothing
did
wrong
a
with
show
that.
with Janelle about a week or 2 ago, and she leans over to me about halfway through the show, and she goes, "Do you realize you're the only white person in the entire
He
building?"
could care less. He's
I
been
said, "Wait, I'm white?" And she started laughing. She goes, "Well, kind of." And I go, and do you realize that probably 80% of the people there were women? And she started learning. She goes, "I didn't realize, but you're right." And I go, "I am in. This is."
he was in heaven.
It's like I went to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Like it was
He had
so
all kind. Milk chocolate, dark chocolate,
yeah.
caramel.
Joke. Right out of the gate, I do joke about how I don't know why anyone would sleep with me. I have no idea, but I'm grateful when it happened. It does still happen, but I don't know why anyone would sleep with me. And this woman right in the front yells out, "I'd sleep with you." And I went, "Wait, who said that?" And she put her hand up and said, "Me." And she wasn't like, she was okay. She wasn't like really attractive.
Now he being
but-
picky.
Well, only because there was about 80 other ones. She was the only one there.
Oh, you
I'd
ain't
been
want
all over
to.
that shit.
Yeah, you ain't want to
So
just
I
pick the first
said-
one. Okay.
I go, "Really, you would?" She goes, "Yeah." And I said, "I'll talk to you after the show." And I looked at the audience and I go, "The perks of being a comedian."
The things I do for my country.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah,
but
baby.
I don't know what happened to her. I never found her. Like, when the
She
show was
run.
over, she
Listen,
got the hell out of there. She's like, "That dude he was serious." Yes, I was.
I keep talking. Well, there's a joke I do. I'm so sick of black men because they so picky and choosy and don't know what they want and don't want to. I said, okay, y'all be mad. I'm going to learn how to roll a cannoli. He going to be white. Next one going to be white. Italian. He going to be some. I'm going to learn how to make pasta from scratch.
I remember Chris Rock did a joke where he said black women don't sleep with white men unless you're Matt McConaughey.
Listen.
You ain't getting no limousine. And I'm yelling at the TV, you're wrong, motherfucker. I am definitely not Matt McConaughey.
Listen, all these commercials now, if you pay attention, the husband is white and the wife is black. It's on the rise.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yes.
This rejection from these black dudes is killing me. I'm over it.
Well, I think part of it is that, and the other part of it is 3 or 4 of my closest friends are black, and all of them are married to white women. So I say to them all the time, thank you. Thanks for leaving them for me. I appreciate you doing that.
I'm telling you, I keep telling my daughters, your stepdaddy going to be white. I was going to have to adjust.
And his name's Gino. All right,
Yeah,
so
well, with
before
Gino,
we-
apparently
before
all I have
she
to
runs
do is
out of here
buy
screaming.
good pizza and hot dogs.
You
Yeah.
got him.
Yeah,
I mean,
you get me through.
Man,
no,
I
never
fix
mind.
you some mac and cheese, some fried chicken, ham, green. He ain't wouldn't
I'd
go
never leave. I
nowhere.
would never leave.
Yeah, because that's all. Yeah, right now that's a myth. If you can, a woman to cook, if you know how to cook, your man will stay. Lies. I can cook my. Well, if I had an ass, I'd say ass, but I can cook my ass. I can cook my stomach off. How about that?
And then bastards still leaving.
Listen. I'm talking gravy from scratch, smothered pork chops, and gone, left. It's a lie.
I
Oh.
wouldn't go anywhere. I almost just ran out and got in your car when you said that. Jesus. Oh my God.
Okay,
All right, we
okay,
gotta
okay,
get to
okay,
this
okay,
next
we gotta get to the
question
next
before
question.
We go right down the tubes here. All right.
All right.
So, what celebrity would you most like to make out with? See,
I
kept it clean. I
have-
didn't say bang.
You can say bang.
But
It's
I
fine.
know, make out.
Listen, this is such a terrible, terrible shame because I probably would never even make it to make out. I probably would pass out as soon as he said, "Hi, Lil." I'd come on myself, pass out, and he would just he would just wake
is.
he would just wake me up and just be like, "Are you okay?" And I'd pass back out because I wouldn't even know what to do with all this man. I watch NCIS Los Angeles in amazement. I just want to see what spray on shirt he has on this week. And it's LL. I would just,
yeah.
I don't even know what I would do with myself. There's nothing. I'm sorry. I just would be like, I wouldn't even know what to do. I'm like, wow. Like, I just think he's amazing. But on top of the fact he's married, so I just keep these fantasies to myself, except for on this podcast now. But, yeah, married men, I'm not quite into them. So, yeah. But, yeah, LL, I'd even take a lookalike at this point. Like, dang. I take a single
If
lookalike.
you heard her,
So,
if you look anything
listen,
like
if you
LL,
look anything
message
like
me,
LL,
I'll make it happen.
listen,
And you get pork chop gravy made from scratch.
even if you are a white version of LL Cool J, just that too. If I can envision you darker and you look like LL, then we're good.
There's tanning beds. You can make it.
Listen, I'm straight. We all the same color in the dark.
Yeah,
That's right.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just
Absolutely.
saying. But yeah,
Just
I
put the
think he
pictures on.
is the finest man on the planet. I'm sorry. I just believe he really is. I believe when God made him, he sat back and had a cigar. I'm sorry. I just think that's just he just pat himself on the back and like, I did a mighty fine job right there. So that's just me. So I always say that, when I make it, I'm going to see him at one of these award shows, but I wouldn't even know what to say. I would be looking at him like a deer caught in headlights. I don't think I would even say anything. If he would touch me, I'd just melt. I think I would get skinny right there on the spot. My stomach would just fall off.
That would be tremendous.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
I'm
God.
like, woo.
All right.
Yeah.
So now, I would have never guessed that. All right. So now, our last final question for you is, and
Worse.
I'm guessing that you have a great story to this, but you
Listen.
may not. But I have a feeling that you do.
Listen.
So that's why I got excited when I came up with this question. What is the worst date you've ever been on?
I will never, ever forget this date. And this date happened to me. I was probably early 20s. It's before I met my husband, had my daughter. So I met this guy while working at the Penny Saver. He was built, if you can pick me up, I'm pretty impressed. So when he would hug me, he would pick me up. So instant love affair. He can pick me up. I'm good. So we decided to go on this date. He's going to come pick me up. I'm at home. I'm waiting. And my brother is playing basketball. So we lived in Broadhead at the time. So my brother is playing basketball. So this is for people who even know the area. So the basketball court was all the way up and around. So you had to take the back alleys to get to our house. My brother heard this car coming down the street as he was playing ball. He runs because he sees it's my date. He runs from the hoop court to the house. I'm dressed. I'm ready. I'm cute. I'm ready to go. We're going on a boat ride. I had planned on giving this boy something at the end of the day. I was ready. Sorry, Mama, but I was ready. My brother is running. I can see him running up the street. I'm like, what is he doing? Because I'm sitting on the porch. He's like, you ain't going. What do you mean I ain't going? You ain't going. I was like, what do you mean? So now I hear the car. Yes, my brother outran the car from the basketball court. So now I hear the car, and I'm like, I know this don't think I'm getting in that. He pulled up, y'all, in my house in a Chevette 1000. I know y'all remember them. A Chevette 1000. He as big as me. He already taking the whole front of the car. It got a muffler issue. It can't open the door. I'm like, how did I miss this dude driving this raggedy car? How did I miss this? Because we worked at the Penny Saver at night. So at the end of the shift, we talked. He walked me to the car. I drove off. I never seen what he was driving. I was like, look, I'm dressed. I'm going. My brother's like, you're not getting in that car. I said, I'm getting in. My brother was pissed. He called my mom because, we ain't cell phones back then, so he had to wait till he had to use a house phone. He called my mom. Mom, I don't think she should go. This car is raggedy. I don't think she should go. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I'm like, we're leaving. I've been waiting all day to go on this. Waiting all week. I get in this car. I felt as unsafe as a raccoon in the middle of the street with an 18-wheeler piling down. There was no reason I should have been in that car. Do you hear me? So he takes off. He takes off. We go to round the bend, and my whole car door just flies open.
Oh, shit.
Yes. It just flies open. Oh, I was like, dude, I can see the whole outside right now. Listen, I said, take me home. I'm not going nowhere. I was holding on to the door while he took me back home. I got out the car. I told my brother to shut the F up. I went in my room, took off my clothes, and let me talk to him. My brother's like, man, you got to go. You got to go. You got to go. No. I didn't even tell my brother about the door. He told my brother. He said, no, it just wasn't shut all the way, and the door came open. He was like, wait, she was in the car. I was like, listen, I don't even want to talk about this.
Wow.
So here's part two of that story. So I didn't go on a date. My mother came home. I cried because I was upset. Like, how could he think so less of me to pick me up in a raggedy car? So we're watching TV, me, my mom, and my brother. We're watching the news. That's something we used to do when we were younger. Watch the news, discuss everything going on. And out comes a bank robbery that happens in Aliquippa. So we're kind of like, oh, okay. Like, how dumb can you be? Because they said the driver was the first one caught. How you the getaway driver and you the first one caught? Like, how much sense does that make? Like, who picked you for that job? Like, I thought if he's the smartest one of the bunch, whoo, they was doomed from the start.
Yes.
They flashed a picture of the getaway driver. I lie to y'all not, and it was dude from the date.
Oh, no
Me
way.
and my brother died. He said he probably was driving that Chevette.
That's why I got caught.
That Chevette 1000. That's why he got caught.
Oh, my gosh.
Man, I tell you, we still to this day, and I'm 52, when we're sitting around just reminiscing, me, my brother, and my mother will laugh about that story. My mother be like, remember when your daughter went out, your sister went out with the bank robber? I'd be like, first of all, he wasn't a bank robber.
He was a bank robber.
He hadn't worked up the bank robbery yet.
He wasn't quite. He was. I don't know what he was doing, but he wasn't robbing banks with me.
Oh my God!
So that was like the worst date. Now I've had some pretty bad dates even after that, but that was I will never, ever, ever. I don't have to be reminded of that date. You don't have. I don't even remember what this dude looked like. I put him out of my mind. Like he was black. That's all I know, man. So I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So yeah, and he's probably the reason why I can't get in two small cars with dudes. Like I can't do it. That's like one time, guy picked me up on a date, ate well, wasn't no big problem, but he had a sports car. You can't pick up a fat girl in a sports car? I can't get down that low. My niece was like, Helfa, what you doing? I was like, man, come on. Man, let me tell you something. He came over, opened that car door at the end of the date, extended his hand to help me out. Because I was sitting all low, my stomach was all crunched, I farted right in his ride. I had to leave that fart behind. I just looked at him and said, sorry. He said, for what? You'll find out in a minute.
Oh, my God. Well, I know that none of you are going to believe me, but I swear to God, we never even talked about this until right now. When I came up with that question, it wasn't because I knew any of this. I just had a feeling she'd have a good bad date story.
Listen.
I just had a feeling she would have one, and so that's why I asked it. I had no idea we were going to get that good of a
That
story.
could have been the only question. I could have gave you 5 examples.
Well, that's the thing with me is, like, if you ask me that question, I don't know because I've been on a bunch of – I mean, there was a chick that was 100 pounds heavier in her picture. There was the smelly vagina was pretty bad. The germaphobe.
Oh.
The germaphobe was probably maybe the worst. I don't know. I mean, how you gonna? You wanna? She said. I said, "What's that mean? You're germaphobe?" She said, "Well, if you shook my hand right now, I'd have to run into the bathroom and scrub it with antibacterial soap." I'm like, "You worried about shaking my hand?" I guess some of the freaky shit I was hoping
I
we
was
were
getting
going
ready
to
to
do
say, she definitely wasn't touching that penis.
Yeah.
If she had to.
I mean, I guess ask the moss off the table.
Yeah,
then.
I was getting ready to say, she a
I guess we're not doing-
germaphobe.
I guess we're not doing that now.
That oral sex was definitely off the
That's
table.
what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
you can't.
I'm out of here, but
Yeah, and the whole alcohol.
But see, that's the
burn all
chance you
over.
take on that online dating. You know, that's like me posting a picture with a body of Holly Berry. Like, I ain't got.
Oh, that's my girl.
but you know what? You take chances with them crazy chicks in person too. Like they seem normal at the bar. They seem normal. You know
Yeah,
what?
well, yeah.
And plus, they find ways of hiding. shit.
Yeah,
like they take
it's
their clothes
all-
off and everything just comes flying at
Okay, first of all, that's just simply called a girdle.
you. Put an eye out.
She's not necessarily hiding anything. She's just compacting it all in certain
Hold it
areas.
all in.
I don't believe in them. If I got to put on a girdle to put on something, then I ain't got no business wearing it.
Right.
So all these swimsuits, I've been trying to buy some new swimsuits because, you know, I'm trying to have a big girl, hot girl summer. And they got girdles built into the swimsuit. Who do that?
Can't breathe for like 8 hours.
I was like, I'm going to be at the beach, unable to breathe, ankles swelling up because my stomach can't expand. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know, I'm good.
Thank
I
you
embrace,
for
yeah,
those
I embrace
questions.
my fat and keep it moving. Yeah, I don't really.
Nice. Well, we have one final segment we do
Okay.
here, and I didn't tell you anything about this because you wouldn't have come on probably. But Bubby,
So she don't know.
no, she
No,
doesn't
I have.
know.
I'm almost scared. I'm about to take my
Bubby,
glasses
tell
off.
Lillian what time it is.
Lillian, it's bitch slap or bang.
So I'm going to give you a choice of
Bitch
two
slap or
not
bang.
real people,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and you're going to tell us which one you would bitch slap and which one you would bang, and most importantly, why.
Why?
All right.
Okay.
So your bitch slap or bang choices are
Okay.
Rocky or Apollo Creed.
So wait. So I got to pick either. I'm going to slap Rocky or bang him, or
Yes.
Right.
slap. Apollo
Exactly.
Creed.
Exactly.
Okay. So the then Rocky, not the now Rocky, right? Not the.
Whatever you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, then.
well, the then.
Yes.
Well, then I wouldn't have done no white dude, so it would have been Apollo. I'd have just banged the hell out of him. I would have just been I would have just tried to.
Rocky, you'd have to beat Rocky for a long time because
Yeah,
he could take a beating.
Well, and on top of that, I wouldn't have understood nothing he said anyway. Yeah, that whole Andrew, like I don't know, I'd have been like, what? I'd have thought he was having a seizure or something. You okay? Like, what's wrong with you? But something about Apollo's afro back in the day, like that was an afro. That's that was the thing back then. Remember the afro pics with the fist? Yeah, it would have been afro. Yeah, I'd have just banged Apollo. I wouldn't have slapped Rocky. He'd have took me on as a challenge. I'd have just had to let him go.
Go for it. Oh my God! One of my favorite scenes is, I believe it's in Rocky 2, when he just becomes champion. Rocky does for the first time, and the reporter says to him, "Now that you won all that money, what are you going to do with all the money, Rock?" And he goes, "Well, I thought maybe I'd buy a new suit, maybe a new dress for Adrian, and a snow cone machine for Paulie. You like snow cones, don't you, Paulie?" And he goes, "Yeah, Rock, I like snow cones."
Okay, I'm lost because the Rocky movie would come on and I'd walk away. I know they're classics. I know they're all that.
Yeah.
Paulie was the trainer, right?
No, it was his friend. Mickey was the trainer.
See? I done messed up already.
I really need to know
Look,
that to answer the
Rocky
question.
trivia, don't pick me.
Now, have you seen either of the Creed movies?
No, I have not.
They're really good. So I was surprised how good they were.
are real good. I like 'em
Michael
too.
B. Jordan plays Creed's son.
Well, Michael B. Jordan, he's
Apollo's son.
Yeah, I understand
And
that, but he
Rocky
also
trains him,
is
and
the
it's-
Killmonger and the Jesus. He's just I'm flashing.
Better than LL Cool J?
Nah, mm-mm. Nah, nope.
All right. Well, at least
I
they
mean,
find
he's
out.
he might be a younger version, but no. Mm-mm.
I don't think he could pick you up. I think LL could probably pick you up.
Oh, LL could pick me up and toss me across that Charger he driving, that Challenger rather. Which I really want one of them, but I got behind one, test drove it, and I thought, here my half-hour first ticket.
Right.
I'm gonna have a ticket in the first half hour owning the car because I
Yes.
really want a Hellcat. So I'm like, I'm gonna have a ticket. My nephew's like, no, you don't want a Hellcat. I was like, I do want a Hellcat.
Nice. Was
So-
there anything you want to promote?
No, really, honestly, because things are moving kind of slow now that we're reopening. So I haven't been doing any public ticket shows per se for myself. I've been doing a lot of private shows. Like I just got back from Erie, and so I have I'm heading out of town tomorrow. So just a lot of private stuff. But I'm hoping that when it picks up, we can all start working.
Yeah.
On a regular basis because one thing I do, Pittsburgh comedy scene is tough. It's tough because for whatever reason, people don't think there's enough space in Pittsburgh and the surrounding areas for everybody to crack their jokes. There's really enough space, guys.
Yeah.
There's really enough money to be made by all. There really is. So let's just stop hating on one another, support and promote. And this is my tag for Howie. That's the one thing that I will always remember about Howie. I don't care who you were. I don't care what you were doing. He supported it. He's come to many of things that I've performed that he wasn't even on the ticket, but just because he was free, he would come out and support. And believe it or not, the critiques he would give me at the end and some of the stuff, it was very helpful. And for those who didn't heed to some of his advice, sucks to be you, because it was some pretty good advice. So I'll miss him. I'll miss the hugs where I have to push him away from my boob because we all know he was cleavage height.
He was a
So
man for sure.
So and my heart goes out to his family and to Jay. Keep Jay lifted up. He lost his main man. So it's that's just my plug for Howie, that he will be missed, and I'm glad I got to know him.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Lillian. And also, Lillian and I will be on a show together. We don't know where it's going to be yet, but
Right.
it's Father's Day.
Yeah.
Lillian and I will be on a show together. And then I'll be on this Sunday. I'll be on there going to do a live filming of the rock comedy show. Is going to be at the Cabaret in Wilkinsburg on Frankstown Avenue.
Right.
And I'm going to be closing a show on there. I don't know which episode, but I don't know how many they're recording that night. But
And I'm on the following week.
nice.
Right. So yeah, I couldn't be on this week because
come on out.
I'm busy.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Just to go hang out with my comedy buddies alone
Yeah.
is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
The
that's
green
always
room,
fun.
I said to Bubby they should put
Yeah.
a microphone in the
In
green room
I bet
because
you that's crazy.
it's so damn funny when we're all just hanging out waiting to go on.
Listen, the green room will make you change your joke. You'll be in the green room and you'll be like, I didn't think of that. Yeah, I'm at that.
yeah.
So,
Exactly. And it's so funny because I just looked up the other day why it's called the green room. And it was some theater in, I think, London back in like the 1500s when they would do shows. The room that they would have the actors and the comedians wait in was painted green. And so they just started calling it the green room. And then every other place that they built, they started calling it
Just
the green
went
room.
with the
So
green
I
room.
always wonder why it's called a green, because it's not every one of them is in green.
No, right.
But I always wondered about that. And I always wondered why they say break a leg. I looked that up too, and that was back in the like 1600s too. They felt that if they gave you a compliment before you went on stage, that it would jinx you. So they would give you like the opposite of a compliment, and then it ended up going down to everybody just started saying, "We'll break a leg." So that's where that comes from. I always wonder why people
Okay.
are wishing me to break my leg when I just want to go out and kill. But I don't care. But it's a lot of fun. And so come on, check any of those shows out, and definitely come see that. I will inform you as soon as we get the venue. Izzy For Real, who was our guest on the last podcast,
Yeah.
is hosting the show that Lily and I are going to be on, and it is Father's Day night. I know it's going to start about 7 or 8, somewhere in there.
I think 7.
Okay, I'll get you all that information
Take
before,
dads out,
before
guys.
it
Take
happens.
dads out.
In fact, I think he's working on the flyer right now, so I think we're
Yes.
going to have the info.
He asked for
sure.
headshots and
I
Gino's
don't.
like, this is the best I got.
I don't. Yeah, I don't have many headshots. In fact, Leon said he was going to give me a decent headshot because when I do the Raw Comedy Show this weekend, because he asked for one and I sent him 3 like stupid. The one, I guess he didn't like it. The best headshot I have is me with a naked lady mannequin with no head. And her boobs are real, like she's the ideal woman, with great boobs, and she can't yell at me because she doesn't have a head. But he did not think that was suitable. So,
For his flyer, yeah. I wonder why.
I don't know why.
I wonder
know.
why. I wonder why.
So he asked me, and then he just pulled a picture of me off my Facebook page that I didn't even send him and used that. So
He's like naked, headless mannequin. Nope, I'm good.
but I'm a comedian.
It's funny.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. So
like,
that's
nope.
about it. So check that out. Lillian, thank you so much for coming on. We
Yeah,
really
You are
appreciate
so
it.
welcome.
Thanks
I'm
for
glad this happened.
I'm
Thanks
glad
for
I got to
willing
meet
to
you, babe.
push it back a week from me and Dummy
That's
here.
okay. You two had the cooties.
We really did. So thanks again for coming on. Now our
Yeah.
next show is going to be, we're coming right back next week because, well, like I said, we were supposed to be last week. So next week, that'll be June 2nd. And we're going to push it back 2 hours. We usually start at 7, but we're going to go live at 9 because our guest next week is Will Ness, who is very funny. But Will moved to California, so Will can't make it. I mean, it's like 4 o'clock there if we try to start at 7. So
Yes.
we pushed it back 2 hours. So it'll be live 9 o'clock next week with Will Ness. So thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
We appreciate
Thank
it.
you guys for having me. I
Thanks for coming on.
truly
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
The hype was all. You're great.
Yes, you lived
Oh,
up to
thank
the
you,
hype.
Bubby. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next week.
See ya.